Electro science.
Electro. Why do we watch the stars? Are we alone in the universe? What are atoms? Electro. Why are we here? Where did we come from? E equals MC. Electro. Dinosaurs. Periodic table of elements. Electrology. What is astrology?
Electro science.
Hi, welcome to Electro Science. Now, this is not named for what it sounds like. Well, it is science, but it's not electronic science. Electro is simply the production company, and this is the science branch. Now, in these mini episodes, if you will, I will attempt to explain things that are overlooked in life. For example, how does a plane stay up? You see thousands a day. How often do you really think about how it stays up? Well, it's Bernoulli's principle, and there's millions of different things that we really don't think about that are very easily explained with science, or that we don't think are science. Alright, now in this first episode, we're going to discuss incorrect statements. Now for some reason, people love to be wrong. They don't know they're wrong, but every day you hear 100 statements that are incorrect. What you learn in school is historically inaccurate. It's very odd that with all this information we have available to us today in the internet age, how many people are sadly mistaken on very important information. For example, I'm sure you've heard the statement, the definition of insanity is doing something repeatedly and expecting a different result. That is not the definition of insanity, but I'm sure you've heard that and probably didn't question it. Now the thing that's upsetting is that people will hear that and then repeat it as if it's knowledge, but without looking it up, to question what you hear. What it was a quote by Einstein. And that's what it is. It's not the actual definition. It's an interpretation of it, but it is not the dictionary definition, as it is believed. Another thing that's very important that you probably don't know is Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation. It freed the slaves, right? Well, not exactly. See, it freed the slaves in the South so that the North could win the war, because the South's economy would collapse without the slavery. But the North's economy would soar with slavery, so it was really more of a selfish thing than civil rights. I know it's not very nice to think about that, but it's sad, but that's true. To delude yourself with illusions just because they may seem better is just madness. Alright, now we're going to discuss a few more of these. A black hole. I'm sure you've all heard of a black hole in the movies or television. What is it? It appears to be something in space that sucks in matter and planets and aliens and all these things, but actually all it does is suck in light. The black hole is something where the gravity is so strong it actually causes light to bend, therefore not escaping, which is why it's called a black hole, because black is the all the light and none of it reflecting back to your eyes, whereas white is the absence of light where all the light comes back to your eyes. The color spectrum. So a black hole does not suck in the universe, otherwise the universe would be contracting, not expanding. Alright, how about Napoleon? Napoleon Bonaparte, French, emperor who tried to take over the world. He was very short. Everyone says he was short. Napoleon complex. He was actually about 5'5". He wasn't very short. He's about average height. For some reason, throughout history, he's been known as short. He was known as La Petite or El Petit, whichever one it is in French, but as like a nickname, not a nickname, I can't really think of a better word for it, but he wasn't very short at all. He was pretty average height, and it's unusual that people consider him very short. In the cartoons and movies, he's portrayed very small. It's unusual. Now, another historical figure, George Washington. George Washington cut down a cherry tree, never told a lie, and had wooden teeth. Wrong? Probably wrong and wrong. He did not cut down a cherry tree. He didn't lie very often. Well, he was a politician, so. And wooden teeth. He didn't have wooden teeth. In fact, none of his teeth were wooden. He had dentures, and he had 1700s dentures. They didn't have, like prosthetic teeth we have today. He had donkey teeth and teeth made of metal and gold. So his teeth were not wooden. And it's just odd how weird things are attributed to people that have nothing to do with them. I mean, it's a very minute detail, but it's just something interesting that we would overlook. All right, so let's recap. There's hundreds of things you hear every day that are incorrect. Now I implore you, with the internet and libraries and all this information available to us, research. When you hear something that sounds intelligent, research it, because most likely it's wrong. And then you yourself will appear unintelligent by repeating it. Research, look up what you hear in the news, you hear from your teachers, even what I'm telling you right now. Look up everything I just said. I'm pretty sure it's all right. Look it up, prove me wrong. Comment, rate, and give me comments on new episodes I should create. Thank you.
If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe.
The sky calls to us. We do not destroy ourselves.